Welcome back, it's Eddie from Tyneside Life. Now this is going to be the first in a series of new videos I'm going to do at the back end of every week to give you the news updates about what's going on in the Tyneside area that you probably didn't know about. So without any further ado, it's coming up. So the first bit of news I'd update you on is the Tyne Bridge. You'll have seen it's in a poor state of repair. There's rust patches all over it, there's holes in it, there's bits falling off. It looks absolutely awful. Now in recent months the council have been doing a huge surveying job on the Tyne Bridge with a mind to restore it to its former glory. They've got a £41.5 million budget to restore it. 35 million of that I believe is from central government. But they've realised during the surveying project that it's going to take a lot longer than they thought. They originally thought it'll take a couple of years. They've now realised it's going to take about 4 years to restore the Tyne Bridge, and they're going to start the back end of next year. So they hope to have it finished by 2028, which is going to coincide with the 100th anniversary of our beloved Tyne Bridge. Now during that 4 years there's going to be significant traffic disruption because they're closing 2 of the lanes on the Tyne Bridge, 1 each way, so it'll be down to 1 lane each way, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare for traffic. Now some of the work that's going to be done is going to be steelwork repairs, full grit blasting and repainting, concrete repairs, drainage improvements, but they're also going to be putting some suicide prevention spikes on the Tyne Bridge, high enough where you can't get yourself into any health and safety issues, but at a position so it's going to prevent jumpers from climbing up the Tyne Bridge. But there's also a large colony of kittiwake seabirds that nest on the Tyne Bridge. Now I don't know if they're an endangered species or a protected species, or if that's even if it's the same thing. They nest here, so they're going to need some sort of protection, and the council are going to do everything they can to possibly even build a temporary shelter for the kittiwakes whilst all this restoration is going on. So anyway, that's my first bit of news. Tyne Bridge, 4-year restoration job starting the back end of next year. I know most of us love an Indian curry, I know I do, and we've all got our favourite restaurants and takeaways. My particular one is Saji's on Sunderland Road in Felon. Fantastic food, but it's also very local. But I'm always dead keen to try out new places. Now, I have to say at the outset, I'm not sponsored by this restaurant behind me, Kai Kai, which is on Queen Street on the Newcastle quayside. It's about 100 metres from the Tyne Bridge. But in the British Curry Awards, which are every year, for the 2nd year in a row, Kai Kai have won the best curry in the northeast. Now they use a smoke play method of cooking their food, which means they need an oven called a josper, where they cook the food over roasting coals and burning wood. I've never tried that before, so I'm desperate to get in there very soon and try it out for myself. If you'd like us to do a separate video on that, leave a comment below. But this has only been here a couple of years. It was set up in 2020 as a bit of a takeaway, and it's just went from strength to strength. So hats off, local business, best curry in the northeast official. Now a few weeks ago I did a video about Stack coming back to Newcastle, and I revealed 2 locations. One was the temporary Stack and one was the permanent Stack. I have an update. So the Stack, the temporary pop-up one, which was going to be here directly behind Central Station, right next to the Crown Plaza, that was going to be here and set up hopefully this month before Christmas and be up for about a year. Those plans are now scrapped. Stack here behind Central Station isn't happening. It's had too many objections in the planning stage, so I just thought I'd update you with that. So they're going full steam ahead with the permanent Stack facility, which is at the Warwick Chambers building right next to the old fire station on Pilgrim Street. So they hope to have that ready in about a year's time, which has got 3 levels and a central courtyard. If you want to have the details about the Warwick Chambers Stack facility, check out the video I did a few weeks ago. Of course, in this first video I have to mention the World Cup in England, getting through to the last 16 after comfortably beating Wales 3-0. Now, about a week or 2 ago, I did a video about the 5 best venues, certainly the larger venues where you can watch the World Cup. If you haven't already checked it out, I'll leave a link in the description, make sure you watch it. Now, a reason I'm stood here outside NX Newcastle on Westgate Road is because I was here last Friday for the England-USA match. It's been well publicised, you've probably heard it didn't go very well, and that was due to audio technical issues. The sound was out of sync from the actual footage. The screen was on and off in the second half, and for about 10 minutes it was completely off. The crowd were getting really agitated. They were chanting at the organisers. There was beer being thrown at the screen, and it could have turned really quite ugly. Thankfully it didn't. Now, I was filming inside the venue with the full intention of doing a video. Of course, I didn't anticipate what was going to happen, but I didn't do a video in the end. And why didn't I do a video? Well, if I was a fair paying customer watching the match at NX Newcastle against United States, I would have done a video. There would have been fair game, and I would have put it together and released it, but I wasn't. I was invited there as a VIP guest on behalf of NX Newcastle, on behalf of the promoters who trusted me to come in and to do an appropriate video for the venue. And because of that, I had a sense of loyalty and obligation. That's just the way I am. That's just the way I'm wired up. Yeah, I could have done a video. I could have been a little bit of a mercenary. You would have thoroughly enjoyed and been entertained by the video that I put together. I would have got lots of views. I would have got a few more subscribers and made some money. But it just didn't sit right with me to do that. I knew if I had have done that, I would have made a quick killing, but in the longer term it would have probably damaged the integrity and authenticity and reputation as somebody who can be trusted in the future for these sort of things where I might get invited to, and that's why I didn't do a video. You might disagree with that, but I'm just letting you know that was the decision-making process that I took. So I didn't go out to see the Wales match because I've had a virus for the past 2 or 3 days. I'm still shaking it off today actually, but I'll be out on Sunday for the England-Senegal match for the last 16. I'm not going to tell you where. If you want to know and see the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to see more videos like this and be notified the moment I release the next one, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Another bit of exciting news is here in the Granger Market, the first Saturday of every month. So here, Saturday the 3rd, they've got the market caper. So from 6:30 till midnight this Saturday in alleys 1, 2 and 3, they've got all sorts of Christmas entertainment on. They've got pop-up bars, craft beers, they've got bands and music, they've got comedians on, they've got dancing, I believe salsa dancing, if you haven't tried that, all sorts going on here in the Granger Market. I've never been to one of these before. I think I'm going to come down on Saturday and check it out. If you want me to do a separate video about what happens in here on Saturday night, leave a comment below. But yeah, if you like something different, come to the Granger Market on Saturday night. Well, it's the 1st of December, so I think we can officially talk about Christmas time. In the past, I haven't really been a fan of Christmas. I think it's going to be a little bit different for us this time around. But in particular, I'm not really a fan of Christmas markets. To me, they're all much of a muchness, just commercialised claptrap. But I have to say, in Newcastle this year, I've been really impressed because I love these kind of Christmas teepees that they're putting up. There's a couple down at Central Station called Lazy Bear, but also here on Grey Street outside or next to the Theatre Royal. This one by Moussenvert, and I have to be honest, from the outset, these places are really expensive. It's like £7 a pint. If you want a mulled wine, they're about £6 each. They're really expensive. But I have to say, I just love the atmosphere that you get inside these places. Got all these open fire pits. Everybody's happy and enjoying themselves. Here in particular, from 1 o'clock till midnight, I think it is, you've got an acoustic guitar player singing songs. The atmosphere is really nice. You can take your own food in as well, as long as you buy a drink at the bar. But I just thought I'd give a shout out to Newcastle's Christmas market, especially these teepees where you can just socialise with friends, have a chill out, and yeah, do it, man. Well, that's it for this week's Tyneside News Round update. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed putting it together. I'll do another one next week, at the back end of next week, with some completely different news round updates. Let us know what you think. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you want me to do a separate video on any of the things I've talked about, give us a shout, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you get a notification next time I release a video. Anyway, until next time, catch you later.